What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol NAOV for NanoVibronix Inc. Okay, very interesting name there. On the left-hand side, we are looking at the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. This is a relatively new stock to trading. You can see there was essentially zero volume being conducted down here. There was some sort of recent breakout that has led to more eyes being on it. So let's go ahead and go forward with this analysis, mapping out obvious areas of support and resistance from this daily perspective. This one jumps off the page at me, 265 as now support underneath us, right? But definitely prior resistance, right? So wicks all in here and here. If we get any sort of pullbacks, that would be the first area I would watch out for. And after that, I would make the argument that there could be some sort of support trend line. Might be easier to draw on the 30-minute. Let's eyeball it from the daily first. Something that looks like that. We'll see how we do in just a minute here. And then, of course, just going from that low, that would be your next major area of support right in here around 208. Call it 2 the whole dollar. That's basically the zone in the chart that you want to see a bottom form if that is going to be the play, right? We're not saying it has to go lower here, but from the daily perspective, this large upper wick inverted hammer would imply that sellers did start to step in during today's trading session. We'll do something like this just to see how that fares on the 30-minute, focusing our attention on it now. Again, you can see that acted as nice resistance there. 375 acted as a little bit of a rejection zone, pulled back lower before making that move into the end of the day, and then, of course, to the downside. So all things considered, let's do what we always do with these types of moves, which is break out the Fibonacci's, go from the low to our first major high, which again is in here. We'll drag that off to the left so you can see, did we ever violate the 38.2? Yes, we pulled back into that. Did we get into the 50? Yes, we got into that, but we held the 50, right? So we never closed underneath the 61.8 on that first pullback, so that was a relatively healthy play there. But then, moving this to the high of day, after this pullback started to develop, how did we close according to that one? This one is going to tell a completely different story, right? If we do something like this, what you can see is that we certainly have closed underneath that 61.8, which, as we know, as we start to consolidate and close candles underneath there, the odds of it, returning all the way down to the 100% retracement is highly likely. So 315 could be on the table early on in tomorrow's session. I also like the fact that if we do something like this, it was prior resistance, so we might get an area of support here at 315. Monitor it very closely, because if it breaks, again, in terms of percentage moves on something that's trading sub 5 right now, that's a pretty substantial loss there if you're trying to go long and it breaks all the way down to 265. So keep 315 on the radar, but any signs of weakness underneath 265 is that next major zone that we discussed from the daily perspective. So I'm not saying that this is all out bearish, but as of right now, the candle close is not the greatest. The odds do favor a little bit more downside continuation before potentially resuming this breakout and momentum trade back to the upside. So keep an eye on it. I would say 315 and 265 are the critical numbers to watch here. If you enjoyed today's video or learned anything new, let me know down below in the comment section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description, and all of that being said, we wish you a green trading week.